Greetings and peace. I hope you and yours are doing well today, wherever you might be watching this from. Now, the title of today's video is that Americans need to worry about fixing their own home before worrying about the British or anybody else. Why I say that is, I've been telling you all for a long time, choose love and unity and not fear and division. And you let this TV, which has programmed you from the ground up till adults, on how to perceive certain peoples and cultures before you even get to know them. And anything that comes on TV, it's allowed to get there. So think about that. Anything that the powers that be know that will create division and hatred amongst all of you, they will allow that. And realize this, good and bad, the fight between dark and evil, good and bad, light and dark, you name it. It exists in all races, religions, and countries and groups of the world. And that's not a good generalization to say that the British are racist. I mean, I grew up here in America in the post 9/11 world. I've been to certain neighborhoods where I wasn't allowed. They had called the authorities on me and had me escorted back to the minority residential neighborhood because I didn't belong there. Look at all the racial stuff that happens here. And look at all of of some workplaces that I've been in. They try to run me out because I was the first Muslim person there. So my message to my American friends is that first look yourselves in the mirror before you worry about anybody else. And that's the reality. I also wanted to address the whole the stimulus bill where I think people were crying that $10 million is going to Pakistan for gender studies. So gender studies over there means that the Americans cannot win the war in Afghanistan unless they have the Pakistanis there on the negotiating peace table, just like how it was in the 1980s when the Soviets had invaded Pakistan. The Soviets got defeated because of the Pakistanis. So in order to bring those parties that are now in war, you need the geographical politics. You have to play those things. So most people need to realize that instead of getting mad at the Pakistanis, you need to get mad at your own government, right? I mean, what is it? Why are you getting mad at the British? This country actually would have been better off if it was still under the crown, because under the crown, everyone's an equal subject under the crown. Slavery, they ended slavery first. Slavery would have ended here first too. And the 13 colonies would have remained the 13 original country states. So Manifest Destiny, the Civil War, and all the atrocities that happen against natives, African Americans, anything else probably wouldn't have happened, and this country probably would have been like the system of Canada, Australia, or New Zealand under the crown. I've been to Buckingham Palace. I took a tour there. They had women working in scarves over there in hijabs. Do you think they would allow that here at the White House? They would never allow that. Do you think they would? There was that one Muslim lady who got sworn into the Pennsylvania Senate, and that one lady almost had an anxiety attack and went on a religious rant. So you got to look at yourself first. Don't worry about the British. Don't worry about anybody else. What are you doing in your home to make life better for people? What is it? Taxation without representation? What does that mean? I might have a paid off house here, but if I don't pay the taxes, they'll come and take it from me. That's an extortion fee you have to pay once a year, right? And you send a letter saying that, oh, I want this thing done, I want this thing done to your representatives. They'll send you a generic reply, and at the end, nothing gets done, administration after administration. And both birds and both wings, excuse me, are of the same bird, whether it's whatever political party. They're all friends behind the scenes, and they all play you. And you guys get played all the time. The TV tells you who to hate. Last 20 years, they told you to hate Muslims. Before that, it was Latins, and now they're telling you to hate Asians and the British. Come on, get some common sense and know right from wrong. And know that we're all the common man, whether it's the American common man or the British common man. We're in this together. These people at the top who are millionaires and billionaires, whether they're politicians or celebrities, what does it make a difference to you? It doesn't make any difference to you. Just be better. Know that every country is struggling with their own issues right now. There are some countries that are having a much better condition than the U.S. right now. I've been to London. I did not experience a single form of racism when I was there. as a Pakistani Muslim. I got off the plane, and it was funny because it was the first time I was there. And I got drenched in rain. I got drenched in rain, and a British gentleman was walking by. He put my stuff in his car and took me exactly where I needed to be, without any money, without any thanks, nothing. Just somebody doing good for somebody. Would somebody do that for me here? No, because probably not, because it's a society built on corporate values replacing human values. And then you guys wonder what went wrong in society when you worry about money or any motives or gain from an individual rather than what that individual can give you. So think about that. Don't let these things divide you. Be better. Be better, know better, think better. That TV that told you that the Muslims had anthrax and they were going to kill you, and that turned out to be a lie. What happened? Thousands of troops from here died. So many injured, traumatized for life. Millions of Iraqis died. Over what? So millionaires and billionaires at the top could continue to play you and continue to profit off a system that's built on lies, greed, and division. Turn the TV off. It doesn't matter what's going on between the people at the top. That does not concern you. Don't let that divide you from the global community, from the British common man, from the American common man, etc. Fix your own homes first. Stop worrying about sending foreign aid here and there. Stop saying, oh, the Asians are bad, or China virus, or Muslims this or that, or British this and that. First, worry about yourself. Anyone that's busy pointing fingers at anybody else, know that there's 10 fingers pointing right back at you. Focus on your self-improvement. Focus on, if you're a true adept initiate, or you're on the spiritual path like many claim to be, focus on yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. Be silent. There's many Sufi sheikhs that I went to go see in Pakistan, and people would come and explain their problems. Oh, my wife, this and that. My husband, this and that. My parents, this and that, etc., etc. And the Sufi sheikhs would tell them, okay, I got it. Everything will be fine and everything will work out the way that it's meant to. Have a nice day. That's it. Whatever is meant for you, no one can take from you. Why are you being divided and conquered? Just let it go. Turn the TV off. Know better. Think better. Do better. Fix yourself first. Fix your home first. Fix your country first before pointing a finger at anybody else. I come here to the U.S. I'm an American citizen, but in their eyes, I'm a third-rate citizen. If it was up to them, they would take my citizen and kick me out any day. When I come from different countries back here to the U.S., they don't care if I have a U.S. passport. They'll single me out in front of the whole line. They'll single me out individually or another Muslim person and check my baggage and my passport 3 to 4 times. Isn't that racism? I go to London at Heathrow. They say hello to me, just look at my passport, and I'm on my way. At least there you have some dignity, right? Think about what I'm telling you. I'm not out here crying because I know the reality of human nature sometimes. You got to worry about yourself. Worry about your family, worry about your community, and worry about your own self. Anything else that you can help along the way, do it. No society or relationship or human being is perfect. Everyone has their own issues about them. And what is it in America that I have to do? They want me to be an Uber driver, work at 7-Eleven, work at a gas station, work at a cell phone store, or be an independent business owner. They won't allow me out of these 4 things because that's where they want to keep me. So am I going to cry about that? That I have less opportunities in this country? If I go to certain neighborhoods, they'll be like, oh, who's that? Let's call the authorities on them. So I can go on for hours to giving you so many examples and situations. But to keep this video under 10 minutes, fix your own home, your own egos, your own attitudes, and your own country and your own self before saying the British are evil or anybody's evil. Ultimately, your life is based on how you react to things and your perception. So think about it. You call somebody evil, somebody might have a whole list about you. So be happy always. Please, for God's sakes, don't let these people divide you. Turn the TV off and choose love, not fear. Thank you.